All right, thank you all for being here for this special day of celebration. I've known Tyson for probably around 10 years. And I know him because he was in youth group at church. And I'm starting to think that he wasn't there for youth group. I think he wasn't playing checkers, he was playing chess for 10 years. Like, landed at this day, masterminding the whole thing.
Friends and family, we're gathered here today not just to witness, but to celebrate, support, and surround Tyson and Zoe with love as they take this step together. This isn't just another day, it is the day, the one that marks the beginning of their lives as a married couple.
It was very clear immediately to me upon meeting Tyson and then again upon meeting Zoe that not only do they have a great romantic relationship, but they have a very real friendship.
The second I met her, like I was saying, everything about her was everything I wanted in my life. And I was immediately hooked to this person. I would call her every other day. I was always trying to be closer to her.
And it's so apparent when I see and hear how others talk and respect you. She's so amazing, they would tell me, and she's so nice, she makes everybody's day brighter, they would say. And they only get to see a fraction of what you're capable of.
He had told me that he was enlisting in the military and that he was going to be going to boot camp very, very soon. And at that point, I was like, oh, so I don't get to hang out with you every day. And maybe that means that this is more than just friends, because you don't miss a friend like that.
I vow to spend my whole life loving you, although that doesn't seem like enough time. You are my best friend and my greatest love.
We met in youth group. So there's a church that I would go to when I was like grounded or on some sort of form of house arrest from my mom. And I would still be able to go to this youth group. So I would go there and she was there. And the first time I met her, at the time, I didn't like hugging people or touching anybody because I was gross and fat and I just didn't like physical contact with others. But she like didn't accept that as an answer. And she would like hug me all the time. And it like awakened something in me in a weird, super nerdy way. She was just super nice and joyous, and she made everybody else's day better everywhere she went.
Wait, I cannot read this. Yes, you Pour the makeup top. Pour the makeup. Okay, I'm gonna cry before I even open it. Oh my god.
I saw this person who was just this beam of happy, joyous energy, and I was like, oh, I need that in my life.
My side was a little bit different from his because he, I think it was more immediate for him. But for me, I think we were like at church and we were on like the basketball court and I had just met him and I greeted him, like gave him a big hug. And then, you know, kind of from there, we developed a friendship, but it was not like super close. I friend-zoned him for 4 years. Sorry, Tyson.
We started dating like 3-4 years later when I was going to the Marine Corps, and we were like we were much, much closer at the time. And in preparing to leave, she kind of realized like, I kind of like this dude more than just my friend because he's leaving and it's hurting a lot and this sucks. So we started like testing waters and dating then. We did the long distance very easily. There were a couple straggles with life just being life, and we're 18 to 25. Those years are very transformative. So in the act of changing, we had some struggles, some difficulties, and some rekindlings. So we managed to work through those things. But overall, any time we were together was phenomenal. It was my favorite time.
He patiently waited until I realized that I was falling in love with him because he had already expressed to me many times over that he loved me. But I was like, oh, that's nice. Then things kind of slowly evolved and now we're here.
So we got engaged after I got back from Cuba. I took her on a really long trip that we stopped in like 10 different states, 12 different cities, and Went through Glacier National Park, Yellowstone, the Badlands. We just went through as much as the northern portion of the U.S. as we could. And every single spot we went to, we'd like spend the day, and then we'd stay in my mom's van that I took from her and put like an air mattress in the back of, and then we would go to the next spot, and we would just explore as much of the northern U.S. as we could. We got up to Glacier, and I always wanted to propose to her somewhere in a mountainous region or on like a mountaintop at sunrise or at sunset. And I found this really nice spot out by a lake in Lake St. Mary's, I think. And it's up there at Glacier National Park. And I just thought that was the perfect spot.
So he and I were on a road trip across country, and I figured that at some point he probably would pop the question on that trip if he would. And I wasn't like holding out for it. I would have been fine if he didn't, but like I kind of also know how he would do it. So I had a feeling.
There was a couple times earlier in the trip where we were like sitting down and it was quiet and nice and a really nice view, and she's like, is he gonna do it now? And I didn't. And then by that point though, it was a specific time and it was like, oh yeah, there's no way. He's definitely going to this time.
So there was a couple points where I thought that he was going to and he didn't. But then once we got to Glacier, he had asked me right before we had gone to bed, we like parked near one of the lakes. It was the off season, so there wasn't really anybody around. We were like the only car there. And he had asked me, do you like sunrise, twilight, or sunset the best? And I was like, all right, I know what this is. So I told him sunrise, and he did not think it was gonna be sunrise because I'm not a morning person. But because I'm not a morning person, it makes sunrise more special because I feel like the world isn't awake yet, and we get to like experience it more to ourselves. Like everybody's awake for the sunset, it's still special, but the sunrise feels like slower, quieter, relaxed. When we woke up that morning, it was like a kid on Christmas. I was like, all right, he's never this excited to wake up. Like wake up, like get out of the van. We have to make it for the sunrise, hurry, hurry, hurry.
I was just excited. I was having a great time. She was having a great time. I already knew she was gonna say yes, and I knew that we were gonna have a great time. So there was no worry, there's no nerves going into it.
And it was very cold. So we got out of the van, it was windy.
And she was super cold because it was in the morning, it was at sunrise. And like the sun was hitting the mountains really nice. But we're near a lake and we're kind of in an elevated spot. So it was a little cold out.
And he had given me his jacket. And I put my hands in the pockets. Like we walked down to like this spot, like this like little rock. I reached in the pockets, I felt the box, I knew what it was, but I didn't say anything because I didn't think I was supposed to feel it. So I was like, maybe it was a mistake. Maybe he forgot that it was in there.
So I gave her my jacket with the ring box in the pocket on purpose so that she would reach in and feel it, and then I could be like, what you got there?
But then he like gave me the look like, it's okay, you can give it to me. And when I first felt it, I actually had a Spider-Man reference pop into my head, which is very us. It was the, oh, how'd that get in there? But I didn't say it. I was gonna say it, but I thought it was gonna ruin the moment. So I didn't say it, but I should have. I gave him the box, and he opened the box, got down on one knee, gave me he professed his love for me. I don't remember exactly everything that he said word for word, but it was very heartfelt. And then we got to enjoy the rest of the sunrise together, and we went on a hike that day.
Tyson and Zoe have been together for as long as I've known them, but it was very clear immediately to me upon meeting Tyson and then again upon meeting Zoe that not only do they have a great romantic relationship, but they have a very real friendship.
My parents have a phenomenal relationship. They met when they were 14 and have been in love ever since. So they were a phenomenal model for me as a kid, and that's something that I always aspired to be. They always told me, marry your best friend. So that's something that I always looked for, primarily.
I am so very proud of you, Zoe. It's a special day for you and for us. We're all proud. Oh. Proud of me. Forget the makeup. Oh, Grandpa had to be here too. Thank you. I got your tools.
She's probably super excited, like I am. I don't know if she's nervous either. I think we're both pretty excited and just happy to be here.
I first met Tyson in Lima Company in the Marine Corps, and right away he had two favorite topics of conversation: his fitness journey and this incredible girl Zoe. Over the years, I got to hear more and more about her, whether I wanted to or not. But one thing was always clear: Tyson would do absolutely anything for her. After a series of rejections, Tyson's persistence finally paid off, and Zoe agreed to go on a date. One of the things that I always admire about Tyson is that he's unapologetically himself. He'll always speak his mind, and he loves with that same honesty. When I finally met Zoe, it was immediately obvious why Tyson had been so determined. She's kind, and she's gentle, and she has a nerdy sense of humor that pairs perfectly with Tyson's. Together, they bring out the best in each other. Zoe feels safe with Tyson, and Tyson has found somebody whose soul meshes naturally with his. What they've built together is already something that's beautiful, a partnership of strength, patience, and joy. And that's why we're here, because their story has led to this moment.
Zoe, I love you so much. And I'm sure to tell you how much I love you and adore you. And I tell you so often, not only because I know you love to hear it, but also because of how warm and happy it makes me feel to tell you. You're the most remarkable woman I've ever met. You're stunningly beautiful, today more than ever, as you are kind, of which you seem to have no limit. You're the most understanding person, capable of love and care that I've never seen or heard of. They don't see the nights you spend desperate to make other people's day just a little bit better than it was before. The painstaking effort you give to be kind and understanding even to those who many believe don't deserve it. The work you put in to make sure each and every person you come across is seen, heard, and loved. And I'm in constant awe of your abilities to find new ways to make others joyful, to bring true happiness to their lives and to my own.
I love people to their core. I will help people at whatever time, in the middle of the night. They show up at our door, we're there. No matter if they've burned us in the past, if whatever's happened, it doesn't matter. If they need help, they need help.
When I met you, I was horribly out of shape, lazy, and failing at almost every aspect of who I wanted to be. I thought I had to be like the heroes I had watched growing up, and I wanted desperately to emulate. But all I was doing was copying ideals I'd only learned to repeat, because I thought I was supposed to. And while not inherently wrong to do so, I was never fulfilled. There was no true purpose, only a sense of responsibility. In meeting you and in becoming close to you, you gave me that true purpose I was missing. What you taught me and what loving you has done to me has made me into a man who wants to be better, not because I'm supposed to, but to provide for you. To be the type of man that you deserve, because that's what I want for you. It's what I want for our family. It's what I want for myself.
Being in a relationship with Zoe has taught me everything about being in a relationship. My parents weren't together more than a very small amount of time, and never together while I was alive. So I kind of had to figure it out for myself of what I think should be the healthiest aspect. So I had to logically deduce what is the right thing to do, how do I do it, And the brilliance of Zoe is that while I was trying to figure all that out, she has limitless patience and understanding that I could fuck up my way through it over and over again. And at some point she would still be like okay with me trying to figure out how to be a perfect relationship or striving to be that.
You taught me that I'm allowed to want and strive for my own happiness, and that the measure of man is more than his responsibilities. You've made me that better man simply by reminding me that my life could be this joyous with such a wonderful woman by my side. And for that I could not be more thankful. To return that favor that you've done so simply and effortlessly by being yourself, I promise to protect you, to care for you, to be patient with you and our future family, and to provide for you a life that you can be proud to live, and to do all I can to ease the burdens you take from others, and to carry the weight off your shoulders that you wish to bear for others' sake. Whether you be in sickness or health, and whether your days be cheerful or tearful, no matter the obstacle, to be by your side, to give you comfort and support, and to seek your comfort and support in my own times of strife. To love you, your faults and failings, as much as your triumphs and high standings, and to be a better husband each and every day, through all things, until the end of my days. 'Cause I love you.
Tyson, it's been officially about 10 years since we first met, 6 years dating, 1 year engaged, and today begins forever. Since the day I met you, and to this day, you consistently show me what true friendship looks and feels like. Even when I didn't notice at the time, you were always there no matter what. Before we started dating, I remember us spending hours on the phone with each other until we fell asleep. And honestly, not much has changed because I still love to talk your ear off until we fall asleep. I was so deeply in denial about falling in love with you until you told me that you were enlisting into the military, and it was like a wake-up call. I was faced with you not being around every day, which made it click that I didn't just love you as my friend, but much more. Soon thereafter, our nightly phone calls became handwritten letters, and our friendship blossomed into much more. We've seen each other live through so many stages of life, and it's been an honor to witness you grow into the extremely patient, selfless, devoted man you have become. When I met you, you were super stubborn and a little brash, and I'm sure that those who knew you then could also attest to how much you've changed. Although still stubborn, you're significantly more transparent, open, tender, and gentle, just to name a few. And in turn, you've also shaped me into the woman I am now. You encourage me daily to be unapologetically myself. You remind me to forgive even when it's hard. You guide me when I feel lost, and you meet me where I'm at every single day. And you make me laugh all the while. You match my desire to serve and love on others wherever and whenever there's a need, no questions asked. You love so incredibly deep, even when life gets tough, you choose patience, kindness, compassion, and honesty without fail. You're my safety, my comfort, and my home. You and I create a force to be reckoned with, and it grows stronger every day. Even before we started dating, it was like you knew me inside and out. You could practically, and often can, predict my next thought. It's like you have a spidey sense for any shift in my mood. I vow to support you in all of your many, many passions and endeavors. I vow to care for you, mind, body, and spirit. I vow to not only be your teammate, but truly one with you. I vow to be your steady source of comfort and peace. I promise that every trial, every joy, every heartache, and every victory will be ours to share. I vow to remain faithful, laugh often, and fill our home with warmth, happiness, and love. And last but certainly not least, I vow to be the best mother to our future children and the root that keeps our family grounded.
Our future kids are already so loved. Like, we have been talking about them for forever. We already have names for them. We talk about them all the time. They are like our main driving factor for how we go about our lives, because we want to be better for them and for each other, because we want to be good partners for each other when we are parents and for them. So I feel like everything that we do now is in preparation for them.
Watching you grow from the boy I once knew to the handsome man standing before me today has been one of the greatest joys of my life. I now get to call you my husband, and someday the father of our children. You're my favorite place and my favorite person. I hope to experience every adventure and milestone this life has in store for us with you beside me. I love you so much. I'm so proud of you. Thank you for choosing me every day, now and forever. Thank you.
Tyson, do you take Zoe to be your wife, to love her, honor her, and stand by her in all days to come?
Yeah, I do.
Zoe, do you take Tyson to be your husband, to love him, to honor him, and stand by him in all days to come?
I do.
I want to travel the world with her. We're going to start in Germany in 2 days. I want to create a family with her. I want to provide for her a life that she can be proud of and that I can be proud of. And she really wants to own chickens someday. I'd really like to own a cow someday, but neither of us want to be farmers. I'm going to have to figure that one out.
By power vested in me, by the state of Ohio, and by the love that's surrounding us today, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Tyson, make history bride. Friends and family, it's my honor to introduce you guys for the first time, Mr. and Mrs. Tyson and Zoe Raring.
All right, now it's the time that you've been all waiting for. With every ounce of enthusiasm and love that you can muster up right now, please make some noise for the bride and groom, Mr. and Mrs. Tyson and Zoe Raring.
He took his love for Zoe so far, he's literally her knight in shining armor. And he took it so literally, he's literally a knight in armor battling MMA in the ring. So make sure you follow his Instagram.
Tyson's very dedicated. He's a very dedicated person to everything he does. He doesn't half-ass anything. All in, all the way. And I think that is also very showing in their relationship. If you've known them from their high school years or even now, their friendship is the core tenet of their relationship. And they're always trying to better themselves and work for each other to accomplish their dreams together.
Everything has to be a team. We are not like individuals working against each other. We have to come at it together and like look at it as a unit.
It's been a joy to see you both grow together and to grow stronger together. Zoe, I've known almost your whole life. For her, she would take care of my dad, who even back then was on medications, and for as long as I can remember, she was the distribution of those medications to make sure he took it. And I'm just glad that I know, even though he's not here physically, that he is here spiritually with us, and I know he's very proud of you and both of you.
I'm so proud to call Zoe my best friend. Tyson, on the other hand, we weren't immediate besties. We frequently butted heads. We're similar personalities. Some people like listening to girl pop when they work out. Others, the Declaration of Independence on repeat the entire workout. Before long, Tyson started growing on me as well. And Zoe and Tyson both are my chosen family. I have so many hopes and wishes and dreams, and all of them include the newly married Frerigs in my life.
I'm 26, and I have no idea what you're gonna do. And you guys are gonna have to figure that out. And you might have already figured it out, or you're still figuring it out. But I believe in you guys, and especially believe in your capacity to want to succeed and to be as great as parents as you can, which is like our #1 concern. Figure it out. I'm you already. You already know what I'm thinking, so you got it. Just do it.
Hi, future Tyson and Zoe. It's wedding day. It's been going really well so far. It's been a crazy process with planning. I don't know if you remember. Now it's here, and we're just gonna have a good time today, and I hope that in the future, you guys are watching this and looking back on it as a happy day. And I hope that you still have the life that you always dreamed of and always striving for. I hope you're still reaching your goals and that you never stop and have never stopped loving each other.
It's a joy to watch you grow together, and I just wish you a lifetime of happiness, of growing stronger in your love together, growing deeper in your friendship and growing greater in the impact that you create around the world. I love you guys.
I feel like no matter what, we make it a good life and keep working as a team. Future kids, we love you guys.